Hey, welcome to the Mad Scientist Tea Party. Experiment in live television. Indeed. You did it this? It makes me have a board. Serious. All right. We have a serious announcement now. We'll have a serious announcement. And the serious announcement is this. How's the audio's good? Okay. The serious announcement is this, that I guess it wasn't yesterday, it was day before yesterday. A highly noted mad scientist, Dr. Albert Hofmann, has died at the age of 102 in his home of Switzerland. And many of you may know he was the inventor of LSD. And just a commentary on the side, generally speaking, research chemists have a shorter lifespan than average, and pretty marked so because of the variety of chemicals that they're exposed to during their life. It tends to shorten their lifespan, and for a research chemist to live to 102 is pretty extraordinary, and Albert Hofmann did. So he did have a nice long life, and if you go and Google it and stuff like that, you can find videos from his 100th birthday party, and he was quite active and seemed to be partying pretty much on his 100th birthday and stuff like that. But 2 days ago, we lost Dr. Albert Hofmann. You're going to sit there and mess with that camera and make it be some weird set, right? Oh, you did? Yeah. Maybe that's why one of the cameras put a camera on with a weird start. Oh my! Oh my! Here's time. It's time for the 420 roll. It's time for the 420 roll. Let's see. All right. And I have put together a really fine 420 roll for today. I was up late last night working on it. I thought it was a good one. I'll do it this way. All right. Da, 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 da. All right. There it is. Oh, wow. There's the 420 roll.
The 420 reel, right?
Roll.
Roll, 420 roll. Okay, good.
Good morning. Welcome to the Pleasure Saucer.
Always Private Theater and Private Fire.
Watch The Casey Waters Show, Sunday nights, 9 p.m. on URTV. To get interesting, eccentric, philosophical presentations and artwork by Judson Laird, which is manipulated using interesting graphic art techniques.
Hey John, how are you doing?
I'm good. Say, you're watching the 420 roll.
You're watching the 420 roll.
Right.
What is that?
takes a long time. It takes a long time to heal. Broken heart. Darling, when you were mine, made me feel so fine. Baby, right from the start. It takes a long time. It takes a long time to heal. Broken hearts. And if I could go back in time, if I could go back in time, you know I would. No, I would. It takes a long time. It takes a long, long time to heal. Broken heart. And if I could go back in time, you know I would. You know I would.
We are YUK, you're watching the 420 roll.
Like, not scary.
Oh, Joe, you're so hot. That's my baby, Joe. Sorry, that happened too many times Don't bury your dick. That's why you have leather panties. He does have leather panties. I'm not kidding. That's fucking hot. No, you want to say that. You would say that. That makes me feel funny. I've been a
raised it when it just
Well,
There we go.
suddenly.
That would be kind of the end of it right there. Ta-da! See?
There you
And
go.
then I can also do this. There you are. Ta-da!
Oh, wow. That's
Dr.
me.
Scott is our guest today.
Yes, yes,
Let's
yes.
see. I'm going to do a little sound check here for a moment. Okay. Oh, forgot to turn that on. There we go. There we go. Well, Dr. Scott.
That's me. I'm here. Ready to do some experiments. I'm going to experiment on this tea that you're going to provide today.
You didn't hear my. You didn't hear my announcement from earlier, but just before you came in, I announced that Dr. Albert Hoffman died day before yesterday.
Oh, wow. Uh-huh.
You know who Albert Hoffman
Yeah.
is? And at a ripe old age for a research chemist of 102,
Wow.
which you may know that research chemists have a tendency to have, on average, a significantly shorter lifespan than normal
I didn't
people
know that.
because of their exposure to so many chemicals and stuff. that,
Wow.
You know. And so.
And it just catches up with him, huh?
Yeah. Well, you know, they're working in labs with ether and stuff. I mean, all this stuff is just not good for your health. I need to get you some napkins, don't I?
Yep.
I have to-
That'd be good.
You can maybe have these? What? What? Yeah, that's what I found out last night. No class tonight.
Right, it'll start next Thursday.
That's what they told me. Here, some napkins.
Thank you.
I'm gonna serve sloppy chocolate cookies. I need to serve napkins.
Yeah, you gotta have a napkin. There's some good sloppy cookies.
There. Now. Oh, where am I? There you go. Well, it's kind of your show right now.
Oh, it's my show?
Yeah, well, I'm setting up.
Oh, so we're live, and I'm,
We've been
you know, we've been live,
Well,
and I've
except
been
for
like,
420 rolls.
you know, taking little cookies and, you know, having little chit chats.
What you been working on?
Well, I have a show that I'm working on, and it's Conscious Movement Part 2, and it really takes a look at different movement practices from all around the world. We have a beautiful belly dancer on there, and to have her alongside of, you know, Tai Chi and Qigong is really an interesting mix, because she's just like this lovely, beautiful, graceful, you know, woman who, you know, she gives another slant to movement, and it's just really great. Because, you know, we have all these guys that, you know, they look pretty good when they're doing their Qigong, but nothing like her when she's doing her belly dancing. And so I think it's just really great. What I've noticed in doing the show is that people just get a lot different way of looking at movement. They just kind of...
Well, that counts. Belly dancing counts as what do you call it? What's the name of the show?
Conscious movement.
Conscious movement.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
and belly dancing definitely that counts. That's conscious movement.
No question. Especially how she teaches it.
Oh,
I mean,
very conscious.
she makes you slow down. Every movement of your body is like she isolates, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just very interesting. So we have yoga on that show, and I think the idea more than anything, my grandmother used to have this saying, you know, all God's children gotta move.
Right. I know that one.
Yeah, and she'll be 99 this year.
I see. So she's working right on up there with Dr. Hoffman.
Yeah. She's her her goal is to get to 100 years old and then renegotiate. So,
Is that what she said?
that's what she says.
Well, I'm down with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm up
Let
to.
me know how the negotiations go. Let's
Yeah.
see, what am I working on here? Oh, yeah.
Is this big book you have over here?
Well, check it out.
What is it?
Maybe you'd like to find something in there and read it to us.
What is this? Oh my God. The Handbook of Chemistry and Physics. We're going to have to go deep here. All right, so I just opened up to organic compounds, and I have no idea what I'm looking at. And I did, whoa. And I did, you know, organic chemistry and all of this. Dimethylthiothionone. Oof. Dimethylammonium salt.
Right.
Yeah.
What does it say about that?
It doesn't really
It
say.
just says that.
It just says that's what it is. It gives its formula. It gives its molecular weight, and it gives its melting point, its density, its boiling point, whether it's soluble in water or alcohol or ether.
Oh. And is it soluble in alcohol? Or water, ether? Water?
I think I just
Oh, too late.
nixed that.
Oh, well.
I'm on to the next thing.
On to the next.
But
Oh, yeah. Oh.
you know what's been interesting for me? Have you heard of a guy that we talk about chemistry and physics? Walter Russell.
I don't think so.
Walter
What does
Russell.
Walter do?
Well, he's not alive any longer, but
Oh.
he, I think he's like in the 20s, and he went and discovered other elements on the periodic table.
Uh-huh.
And the thing that I know most about him is that he was more a metaphysician, and it's through this psychic sense that he was able to take a look at science and metaphysics, and he kind of filled in a few of the gaps.
Do you know what some of the elements he discovered were?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
I'm going to go look into the possibility of. Yeah, we should have some music in the background, don't you think?
That would be good. Music is always.
It's not loud.
I mean, it kind of perks things up.
Right. Well, I'm going to go look into the possibility. There's another box of cookies there to open.
So you're gonna like just get me all high on sugar,
Yeah.
and then
Well, that's what I was. Those were provided for me
like
to.
what's the
told to-
chemical background for this?
What's
Let's
it
check
say?
this out.
Okay.
So we have sugar, enriched flour,
Mm-hmm.
wheat flour, niacin, reduced iron.
Reduced iron.
Yeah, what the heck is reduced iron?
Well, it's not oxidized, or it would be rust.
All right, now what is it?
Reduced. It's reduced iron.
And it has folic acid, palm oil, cornstarch, soy lecithin, salt, baking soda.
So far, so
artificial
good.
Flour.
Huh?
Artificial flavor, actually.
And
That's not too bad. I mean, I
Is
was
it-
expecting to find like.
well, it said artificial flavor. They didn't name those
Yeah, they-
chemicals off, did
That's
they?
no. I don't see any reference to what's really in here.
I
But
imagine they have nice long names that would be. They don't say how much or how many, do they?
no. You know, when I was a kid, I'm a vegetarian, but when I grew up, as a kid, we had to look at ingredients, and that's where I learned to just like check everything out. And it's funny how.
So you came from a vegetarian family?
No, I was a Muslim.
Oh, Muslim.
Yep. And we didn't eat pork.
Yeah.
And so the thing is that pork back during that time is not as much. Shortening was in a lot of things.
Oh,
And so we just had to look at
Any
ingredients.
kind of a pie might have it or anything
lard,
like that.
you
was put in everything.
slip lard in on you.
Yeah, they would.
And so that's the thing is that I've gotten used to looking at the ingredients.
Uh-huh.
And I can remember one time eating a pork rind by accident.
Oh yeah.
I thought I was gonna die.
Did you not like it?
It was good.
I had a friend in Winston-Salem. Let me think what his name was. Simon Sosnick. And Winston-Salem was my friend, and he ran Sosnick's at the clothing store his father had run before him, and they were Jewish. And of course didn't eat pork. So they Simon said, my father told me, he says, don't eat pork. He says it's not good to. He said it's not good to eat pork. Don't eat pork. He says, but if you do, he says if you do eat pork, he says, eat barbecue. He says until it runs down your chin.
And enjoy it.
And enjoy it.
I mean, if you're gonna eat it. Now, actually, I've never had pork knowingly. That was the only time.
You didn't know what a pork rind was. You ate one and didn't know what it was.
Yeah, and when another kid had it, a bag looked like chips, and
Right.
and it tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
But I thought I was gonna die and go to hell.
No, I think you'll be okay.
I turned out to be okay.
Yeah.
No brain damage or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Isn't there?
Hey, it's another
I
side.
hear the water over there growling, so it won't be long. It's yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Please have a seat.
I can't stay long. I have to go home and
You do? Well,
tape
can
and
you
then
stay
come
long
back.
enough for some tea to steep and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yes, we have to
You
have
like this
tea.
kind, don't you? This is.
Yeah.
I like that kind.
You keep you're very proud of that one.
I repowder it.
No, you're very proud.
Well, it was a gift from Davine, who had never opened it. She didn't know how good it was.
She did?
If she'd known how good it was, I bet she wouldn't have brought it. Davine and Herb
Whoa,
got married.
Jumping out of the bag.
I don't. Oh, there it is. Davine and Herb got married. Did you know?
You mean who?
Davine, you know Davine? She comes here to the tea party. Davine.
Black hair? Dark hair? Blonde dark hair?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Real cut up. She's a cut up. Well, see, she.
What?
Allison is such a cut up. She probably doesn't notice that Davine is a cut up too. But anyway.
I cut it.
Cut up.
Cut up.
No, she don't. No, she. Don't tell me there's not a.
Silly.
Yeah.
Rather silly.
Or.
I laugh.
There we go.
So
No.
have one of the melted cookies.
I was gonna go for one of those wafers.
Hey,
How
go
about
for
that?
it.
Can I open them?
Yeah.
Like
That's why. I've been
dissect
trying to get him to open them.
ingredients and
Sugar.
He wouldn't open
I'm not
them.
looking at the ingredients.
All he
yeah,
would,
don't look.
It's just
No,
sugar
don't look,
and
don't
stuff.
It's okay.
Well, you would think that they would think that there could be some lard in that, like cream filling or something like that. Like, do Oreos have some lard in the cream filling? Did
they used to.
They used to. I bet they
Yeah.
did used to, and I bet they don't now.
You'd be surprised how many things.
What a terrible
had
thing! And
lard.
so as a kid, you couldn't have Oreos.
Man, I was, couldn't have
Deprived.
Oreos. I was,
You were deprived of
You didn't
Oreos.
other
eat
kids teasing you with the little Oreos.
What didn't you eat?
Well, I grew up as a Muslim,
Oh, okay.
and we couldn't eat pork.
Was
and
that
so I
was that in
saying-
America?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, in Philadelphia.
I'm a
And so-
vegetarian.
Yeah, so I'm a vegetarian now,
Yeah,
but I
me
wasn't
too.
then. I just didn't eat pork. So
Yeah.
we had to read ingredients on everything.
Oh, I do that all the
Oh
time.
my God.
Was
I
there a
got to
large
read
Muslim
You know what?
Philadelphia.
There's actually no dairy in this. I don't eat
community in where, say, was it
Philadelphia.
in Philadelphia?
Yeah, and continues to be.
Uh-huh. Well, look at this. I see steam coming off of this. So just
Oh, we're ready.
Are you a vegetarian because of spiritual, religious reasons?
No,
now,
actually,
or
my
just
father and I went on a fast in 1977,
Yeah.
and it was we just wanted to fast, and he came off, and I just continued. I felt so good, and
After fasting?
yeah, after fasting
fasting from meat or from everything?
Everything.
from everything.
Okay.
And we went for a couple of weeks.
It's amazing
But
how
coming back,
that does.
oh man, you just feel clear. Your insights are really
That's what's
open.
wrong with most people in this country. They eat too much. And too much of the wrong thing. Sorry.
So that's when
Social
it
commentary.
started.
Yeah.
I'm
How long
ready.
did you fast for?
Well, my longest fast was 40 days.
40.
But
And 40 nights? Yeah, well, obviously.
But I lost so much weight. I was in Chicago at that time. I had lost so much weight. I was doing chair massage in Whole Foods in the north side
I
of
love
Chicago.
Whole Foods. They don't have it here, do they?
No,
Yeah.
they don't have them here.
I used to live in Denver. So,
Yeah? Yeah, so I'm massaging this person, and all of a sudden a friend of mine came up behind me and tugged on my pants. And believe me, my pants, you know how your butt actually, I think pants are designed to be held up by your butt, right? So they went and slightly yanked on my pants, and they went down to my knees. I had to reach it because my butt was gone.
In Whole Foods, huh?
In Whole Foods.
Special at Whole Foods.
Special over on aisle 6, you know. And so it was so, it just,
hilarious.
you can lose, what I notice is you can lose weight so fast until you don't really recognize it yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
Right, and when you really realize it is when your pants don't fit anymore.
Exactly.
But then you go, I lost a lot of weight.
And you
I
have
know, I
no
did the
butt.
same thing.
It's just like people are supposed to have butts. That's what I noticed.
You'll,
That's why they have pants.
you'll want this one. You can count it down to steep. How long do you like something to steep?
I like mine pretty strong.
Me
I know
too.
you do. That tends to be by nature.
Yeah.
So do we have a different kind going in each?
Green in there.
Okay,
We'll have
too.
We're gonna have to come back here. We take such good care. Just
I
the next
go-
time we
I
need to
go
This will
have
be
roasting.
some
jasmine.
unmelted cookies.
Yeah.
The green pot, instead of being green tea, will be jasmine. The white pot will be green tea.
Okay.
And
Just to confuse us.
That will be
So get that straight here. Jasmine.
that'll be this. And you can read about that and you can figure out what that is. All right.
Single steep.
I'll go get some cream, but I'm gonna have to send out
Broken
for
arm.
sugar because I forgot to
I
get.
don't take sugar.
Well, I know, but some people do, and it really goes.
Just
really
have a
deep.
wafer.
Yeah,
and
man.
stick
People
it
are
in
not
there.
coming today because you have no sugar for the tea.
They could always stick a sugar wafer in there. And
I told him we do the melted chocolate.
yummy.
So,
Yeah.
so what's your show about?
Well, I do various things. I don't have just one show. I did a documentary on therapeutic horse riding.
Horse riding?
Yeah, therapeutic
Really?
horse riding center
Wow.
in Mars Hill, and then I filmed with Hillary Clinton this last Thursday. So I want to get that out before the primaries. That's why I want to finish today. And then I got a couple of shows that I've done before that I've been meaning to put on. I'll get around to it.
I noticed she had the Dalai Lama in there.
Yeah, I filmed
was that
it.
about?
Well, almost 2 years ago now, I worked at PBS in Denver as a producer, and
Oh, really?
Dalai Lama came to town, and with a lot of Nobel Peace Prize winners, a lot of them came to town, and we got to go film.
Nice.
You've been hanging with the Dalai
I
Lama.
have
She's been hanging out
chilling
with Delhi.
the Dalai.
Chilling with the Dalai
Chilling
Lama.
with the Dalai. Oh yeah. It's the best thing to do.
So did you get to hang out with him?
No, unfortunately not. They weren't doing interviews. I was supposed to get to interview him, but didn't work out. There was like very oops.
Don't worry.
Let me
High
just.
security.
Go ahead.
Is
Oh yeah,
this
you
a-
gotta pour it very gently.
Okay,
That's all.
there-
You can do it.
Is there a way to do it?
Not really.
Yeah.
See, it's a bad design, isn't it?
Man, you know all teapots are. Have you
No,
found
no,
it?
no, not all teapots are. Easy Steeper's a good design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
gonna try to put
In my
mine up.
experience,
All the rest of my teapots are, including the Martha Stewart pots, are all good designs. But that one's just really bad design. But if you pour it very carefully, you'll get by. And when you first start out, there's almost no way to do it without.
filling.
Yeah, without it runs out because they've got the spout is so much higher than the lip. How are you gonna pour something out of that without pouring it out of the lip?
That's true.
You see what I mean? Look at the angle you would have to be at. You could only fill that pot maybe halfway at
It would
best.
take a genius.
You have to put a straw in it.
That will work.
Yeah, and just suck it out of the pot. I know people who would do that.
Your show is about Tai Chi?
No, it's called Conscious Movement, and it's more about different styles of movement from around the world. We have like a belly dancer in there, and someone doing yoga, and I do Pakwa, which is a Chinese martial art. A friend of mine, Michael Clark, who's now in Mexico. I'll tell you that story in a minute. He does Tai Chi, and we just kind of mix it up. And the whole idea is that it doesn't matter, how you move, but that you move.
Yeah.
You choose your style. You choose
There you go.
what you want to
It's
do.
not how you move, it's that you move.
Yeah.
And move consciously.
Yeah, that you think about it. You
need to work with me. You need to
Cool.
You need to get your whole crew of all the people working on this to all be my personal trainers.
We'll take days.
and
we'll take I'll take 2 days. And,
because instead of getting skinny, I used to be skinny. I got the skinniest I ever got. I got on a diet of Dr. Hoffman's invention, and I was the same height I am now, but I weighed 120 pounds.
Oh my God.
And now I weigh like about 250 or 275 or something. We need to lose 100 pounds. Anyway, and that's what I was telling. I'm wanting to let me break in and say what I really want to break in and say is if you are coming to tea, if you're somebody who is coming to tea, and you haven't left yet or whatever, and you're still sitting there and you're watching TV and you're wondering, well, now they're going to have some good tea. Am I really going to go? Who's going to be there?
It's good tea.
And so if you're coming to tea, bring a box of sugar cubes.
There you go.
So I won't have to
And
go.
some more cookies.
So I don't have to go out in the middle of it to get.
Chocolate.
I grabbed that one last one and put it over here. Anyway, but I was. I was going to say I told Don Yelton. I said I look in the mirror and I go, oh my God, I'm fat as Don Yelton, and Don Yelton, he says, you've been eating those pills. He says, you see, I have suspenders now because the belt won't keep my pants up because I haven't the proper apparatus to hold it up. I don't have the shape anymore, and so because that's not where the weight went. It went to my belly. I have Dunlop's disease, where my belly's Dunlopped over my belt, and the.
I was gonna say I don't know.
And so so he said, and Elton says, you've been eating those no acetol tablets, haven't you?
Someone's peeking.
It's Ursula.
Hey, Ursula. Anyway, so Dr. Yelton says he says I've been taking those no acetol tablets, and and anyway,
Silly.
they don't really help Dunlop's disease though, and
You know what word? Wouldn't a cleanse?
cleanse?
what?
Colon.
A colon cleanse.
Colon cleanse. But the thing is, you have to follow it up, and a lot of people don't
With
do
a
that.
lifestyle.
Yeah, a lot of people.
But you gotta get the stuff out first.
Well, you can
All the
take
bad
those. You can eat that. What is that? Husks of
the psyllium husk.
psyllium husks. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
psyllium husks.
And that's good, because it adds fiber.
A lot
It
of
swells up,
a lot of
inside.
stuff though, and people is undigested food, isn't it? It's
A lot of it.
putrefying food that you
Yeah.
haven't digested.
A lot of it.
And
I
so-
tell you, when I did that fast, this is a scientific broadcast, so I could say scientific things that people can evaluate on their own. Anyway, so could be considered.
The doctor's in the house.
Could be considered.